Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Christmas Eve. I hope everybody's having a good holiday. Just because it's around the holidays, that did not mean I stopped the content. We were going live no matter what. We celebrate tomorrow. But today, we get to talk about the New England Patriots coming off that huge comeback win against the Baltimore Ravens, locking up their playoff spot. But the thing that's ahead of us is winning the AFC East Division. And all it takes is just winning the final two games. This week, you go up against the New York Jets, which I keep telling in my head, don't overlook them, Brett. Don't overlook them. Please, please, for the Patriots to not overlook them. And then next week, you have the Miami Dolphins, who pretty much gave up on the season. They benched Tua Tagovailoa. They're going with Quinn Ewers, and who knows? Maybe Zach Wilson will start. Who knows? But all I know is the Patriots are tied for the best record in the AFC. They've clinched a playoff spot. And right now, my head is, what is the path to the number one seed? We got a great show. Merry Christmas once again to everybody. I see in the chat, Trevor Clark, baseball, Nicholas Trill, and how we doing for Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. What's going on, Trav? Chris Santa, Merry Christmas from Australia, all the way out there. What a jolly stream, Ronaldo. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a happy one. I'm excited. I'm in the holiday spirit. I'm also ready for some football. Not that terrible, terrible slate that we have going on tomorrow. We get to watch Josh Johnson, Max Brosmer, and the dude I don't even know who plays for Kansas City at this point. Chris Oladokun. I think that's how you say it. I think so. But everybody shout out their city. Come on. Let me see where you're watching from, like we do every single live show. Who did the Pats sign yesterday? We signed a running back to the practice squad, and we elevated Brandon Hamas to the active roster and put Joshua Farmer on IR. Epic Sports Gamer, Drake May MVP, Trevor Clark, Ben Brown is coming back next season. Did you see my short that I made? Because I made it the second it came out. I walked into work, saw the news, and went right into a studio and went, oh, hey, guess Ben Brown is doing that. We also have some of the Pro Bowlers, and we'll talk about that on today's show. Trevor Clark saying MVP, Nick saying MVP, Bill in Ogden, Utah. Why would that be message held for review? Baseball says Boston, Massachusetts, and YouTube is like, this message needs to be reviewed. Baseball, you're out in Boston. Shout out to you. Hope you're enjoying the holidays. Thomas coming in from Dudley, Massachusetts. Trevor Clark. What are these messages being held for review? Ronaldo. Oh, I see why. But we're gonna allow that. I don't know, it's fine. We're gonna allow it. I see why. You mistyped it out. We're cleaning the turf with the Jets. Look, Andre, I want to say that, but I still you can't go into that game thinking that it's just going to be a cakewalk because the Jets hate you. The Jets absolutely hate you. And they're going to want to they're not going to ruin your season because you already locked up a playoff spot, but still. I just don't want to overlook them, but in the back of my head, I'll be honest, I am. None Nuts in D.C., DJ in Orlando, Florida. It's probably very warm out there. Sim out in Louisville. L's down, brother. L's down. Herman out in Phoenix, Bruce in Moore, Massachusetts. Alexander is Orange County walking. Shout out to you for coming in. The Jets have just nothing going for them as a team. What's going on to Sobe? Went a little live for you earlier. Out in a little early for Germany. Issei Morrow, shout out Reading, PA. Shout out Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Haven't been there in over a year. Lived there for 2 years. But it's still back on the East Coast. I do miss all my friends and family out there. But I'm ready for some football, guys. And I've been itching to watch Patriots. I've already watched the highlights over and over and over again. We only have 2 weeks left of the regular season. We only have 2 weeks left. It's gone by like that. The season has gone by super quickly. And I'm like, I'm not ready for it to end. I'm not ready for the season to end. We're guaranteed 3 more games. But after that, anything is possible. So I gotta hope for the best. Hope for the best. We all gotta hope for the best for this team, and I'm confident. I'm very confident. So spam your me's in the chat if you're ready to watch the Patriots out on Sunday against the Jets. Issei Moore, you were in Wilkes-Barre for a Monster Jam show a year ago. When was that? Because I lived in Wilkes-Barre last year. I lived there until August, because I kind of remember that. Santa was nice to you, Tosobi, a new Patriots jersey. Well, look, we might be nice to some of these fans. And we have our month-long raffle, our last raffle of the regular season. We'll be giving away some stuff for the playoff watch parties, of course. But a $5 super chat gets you into the raffle. And you know what? Since it's in the holiday spirit, any super chat that we get in today. El Goonie, what's going on? How we doing? Ashton Luck, as long as you watch the videos, like and subscribe, that's all that matters to me. And I can see you're subscribed. I hope you guys hit that thumbs up icon. We got 51 people. Let's get those numbers up. But any super chat that we gets into the raffle. And it came in the mail, guys. It came in the mail. I showed you a picture of it. You might as well not even seen how big this thing is. Well, it's pretty big. This is what we're giving away this month. So if you want to get in the raffle, any super chat does not matter. Because I'm feeling in the Christmas spirit. I'm feeling in the holiday spirit. Whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is, we're celebrating. And even $1 super chat will get you into this. It has all 6 Super Bowls, all pictures. It's gigantic. It goes on your wall. But I just wanted to show you that because with the picture on the screen, you might not know, but you could see how it is big to me. But any super chat. We got 50 people in the chat right now. Just hit that thumbs up icon too. Chris Santa, that's my Christmas wish. That's my Christmas wish. Got a good show for you guys. And usually we do 3 segments, but today I decided we're going 4. We're doing a 4-dose of segments. We got the preview against the Jets. Then we got all the playoff scenarios, how the Patriots are going to win the AFC East, how the Patriots could get the 1 seed, some of the Pro Bowlers, and who I think was snubbed, and I think you guys all know who was snubbed. And we'll get a mailbag going, as always. So hashtag Patriots, get your questions in. Get your questions in. What's going on, old man mob? How we doing? How we doing? What's good? I'm glad to be here. I'm having some fun. Exactly, Ashton Luck. I think you know. But I will say I understand. I understand why he was snubbed. I get it. I kind of get it. And Merry Christmas to you, Chris Clark, except for your UNC team. I hope they lose every single game. I saw someone ask me, do I think May is the second best quarterback in Patriots history? No. Because he would be 4th because you have Tom Brady, of course. Drew Bledsoe is 2nd. He made a Super Bowl. There's a reason why he signed a $100 million contract. And then Steve Grogan, who also made it to a Super Bowl. Now, Drake May makes it to a Super Bowl. Then he goes up the list. But you got to make a Super Bowl. You have to make a Super Bowl to get in that list of all-time, like the Mount Rushmore of Patriots quarterbacks. This is only the 2nd year, but he's having an amazing season. We got 50 people in the chat. If we want to start today's show, I need 5 more likes. Come on. You come into the chat, you come into the stream, it's common courtesy. You come in here, you're sitting down. It's like taking your shoes off. It's super easy. You just go on your phone, you click that thumbs up icon, and there you go. Patriots Clubhouse. Welcome, brother. How we doing? There we go. Keep hitting that. Exactly. What Issei Moro said. Peppers. My holiday's going good, man. My holiday's going good. I wish I could be back home, but I decided to stay here in Dallas. I decided to stay here, enjoy myself. I'm going to sit back and watch football and basketball tomorrow. Mainly basketball because the slate of football is absolute garbage. And the volume 2, the last 3 episodes of Stranger Things comes out tomorrow night, so I'll be watching that too. I stay up way too late, be watching that stuff. And also, I'll play iRacing for a bit. And that's pretty much my entire day. I'll make a steak. It'll be really nice. The Chiefs really fell off this season? Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. All right, we got to 38 likes. Keep hitting that thumbs up icon. And also, like Trevor Clark, you could ask that question using hashtag Broncos. Because you asked the question. Do we stand a chance against the Broncos? Hashtag Patriots. What am I talking about? Your question was about the Broncos. Exactly, Ashton Luck. Exactly. I want that matchup to happen so bad. I want it to. I want to shove it in Moose's face so freaking badly. Unfortunately, Patriots Clubhouse. Unfortunately. Need to check out the Starborn. Yeah, I see the high school basketball player Drake May. I've seen the highlights. But let's get into the first segment of today's show, giving you a preview of the Patriots against the Jets. We have 2 games left of the regular season. You can see right there. Week 17. Can you believe it's already here? Yeah, it's crazy. And the last 2 games of the season are quote-unquote easy for the Patriots. This weekend, they go up against the New York Jets, and you can see the odds makers right over there. Minus 13.5. They don't think the Jets stand a chance. Welcome to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And we're going to be talking about this game. But my first thing that I have to say about this Patriots versus the Jets game is just don't be dumb. It's the Jets. The literal Jets. You beat them down in your Thursday night matchup in New England. And I'm pretty sure by now they're tanking their season. Is Justin Fields playing? No. Is Tyrod Taylor playing? No. As the Jets saying is, Jets, just end the season. That's kind of what they're hoping for. Just don't be dumb. Don't overlook this game. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of just looking at the playoffs already. But I know we have 2 games in front of us. I know that the division has not been clinched yet. So I'll ask you guys. Are you overthinking this game? Are you thinking ahead? Are you not even thinking about how good or how bad this Jets team is and how easy this game is? Don't lie to me. Because there's a part of me where it's like, this is going to be a cakewalk game. It doesn't even matter. I was thinking, like, do I really need to even do a preview? This is going to be a cakewalk. But no, we got to keep it in front of us. We got to keep it in front of us. Let me know down in the comments section why for yes or N for no. The Jets, man, they have mailed it in. They started tanking at the trade deadline, and they traded away Quinnen Williams. They traded away Sauce Gardner. And then since then, it has just been an absolute dumpster fire. Their last 5 games, it feels like they're not even trying against the Saints. The Saints are a bad team. I don't know if Tyler Shuck is that good, but they got beat down 29-6. They lost to the Jags, allowed 46 points. They lost to the Dolphins 34-10, and the Dolphins season pretty much just ended last week. Somehow they beat the Falcons. I don't know how. And then against the Ravens, 23-10. It has been a struggle. It has been a struggle for this Jets. And I'm really convinced that they are not trying at all. I think that they're trying to tank. I think they realize that, hey, they are going for a draft pick. I think that they want to try to get the first pick of the NFL draft. Now, it's not likely, but the Giants play the Raiders. That's going to be a crazy game, the Tank Bowl. And then Cleveland is tied with them. So they could easily jump up to that second spot. So if they keep losing, they get a better draft pick and a quarterback. And that quarterback could be Fernando Mendoza. That quarterback could be Dante Moore of Oregon. It doesn't matter. But are they really going to try to win a game and get a worse draft pick and then be a dumpster fire for another season? I don't know. And they already benched Justin Fields. And they said, screw it. We're not going to play Tyrod Taylor either. And I don't know when this injury popped up, but the Jets placed Justin Fields on IR, and I'm pretty sure he just got benched. And he's owed $10 million guaranteed next season, and likely, you could see it right there, ending his time with the team. Like I said, Tyrod Taylor is not playing. Who's going to be starting for the Jets? Brady Cook. If you guys are thinking, who is Brady Cook? Well, he was a pretty mid quarterback at Missouri, somehow made his way into the NFL, and has he been good? Well, you tell me by the stats. Under 60% completion percentage, only 500 yards in 3 games played, which I will say the yardage isn't awful, but 1 touchdown to 6 interception ratio. He is averaging 2 touchdowns for every 12 interceptions that he has thrown, and his QB rating is 51.7. Make note, Drake May's QB rating is over 108. It's laughable at how bad he's been. It's kind of crazy that an NFL quarterback can be that bad. But I will say this. The Jets, any given Sunday, an upset can happen. The Jets can't stand the Patriots. They hate them more than probably any other team in the NFL. It's still a football game. Aaron Glenn, he's a vibes guy. He might have his team motivated like an MRFer and say, we're going to go out there. They're not getting the number 1 seed on our watch. They're not winning the division on our watch. And then ruin the Patriots' division chances. That's what they might try to do. But will they? Yeah, I probably doubt it. But you let me know down in the comments section. Who do you think's going to win this game? Give me an NE or give me an NYJ down in the comments section. I'm a little concerned about them playing in New York. We know the MetLife turf is pretty scary. And when you see this Patriots injury report, you are going to you're going to be like, what? But we'll get into that in a second. Coming up on the back half of the show, like I said, the injury report and some keys to victory. I really wouldn't call them keys to victory, but just things that need to go right during this game for the Patriots. It's kind of a get-back game, and just please stay healthy. We'll get into that in a second, but first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once, and while you and I are out here making decisions every day on what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less than 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you could cash in. It's everybody's favorite Prize Picks holiday promotion, and it's back. 7 days of Picksmas. Prize Picks is giving out 7 days of deals all the way through Christmas Day, including a Christmas Day max discount. Picksmas starts December 20th, so download the app today and unwrap those deals. I made a lineup, and it involves one of those Christmas Day games tomorrow. We're going to go with the more on Bo Nix. Yeah, look, I can't stand the guy, but when you're going up against that Kansas City team where everybody is hurt and nobody is playing, the narratives, they're going to try to say themselves, and they're going to try to convince you that Bo Nix is actually good. So give me the more on that. And then for New York against New England, give me the less on Drake May. It's going to be a blowout. He's not going to throw that much. But Hunter Henry, going to get the majority of the passes. Give me the more on that one at 40.5. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, so I was waiting for this injury report to come out because we saw against the Ravens, everybody, and I mean everybody, got hurt. 10 people got hurt. So I was expecting this injury report to be absolutely crazy. And when you look at it, you see that top right sponsor, that CVS? Yeah, it looks like a goddamn CVS receipt. Kayshon Boutte is in concussion protocol. Did not practice on Wednesday. He ain't playing. Jared Wilson did not practice. He ain't playing. All these DMPs, Robert Spillane expected to not practice this week. Mike Vrabel said it would take a Christmas miracle. And then Kyrus Tonga, you saw Ian Rappaport, if you watched my video yesterday, that he's expected to be out a week. I will say, you see Travion Henderson's name on there as limited. He went out to practice inside the red, with the red shirt and his helmet on. So that's kind of a positive note if you want to talk about possible things that could happen. As for the Jets, well, I was waiting for them to release their injury report, but like the Jets and how much of a dumpster fire they are, they didn't do it. I couldn't find it. But does it really matter at this point? Brady Cook is starting, and most of their team is their season's over anyway. For Andrew Callahan, though, it's some news that he came out after Mike Vrabel said it, and I loved it. Milton Williams will practice this week, his first week being eligible to come off IR, and he is excited to get back to the football field. And if you saw the injury report, if you read it, if you paused it, whatever it is, you saw that he was limited. And when he's limited, not a DMP, I'm expecting him to come back this Sunday. The question is, though, how much do you want to play him against the Jets? How much do you really want to play him? Because I want him to stay healthy, but do you really need him? Kind of ease his way into it. Don't just throw him in there back for 70 snaps coming off an ankle injury where he hasn't played in 5 weeks. I'd ease into it because you need him in the playoffs, not against the New York Jets on Sunday. Keys to victory, this is just a key in general. Stay healthy, man. Stay healthy. Please don't get hurt. We had the Bengals game where it felt like everybody was getting hurt. We had the Ravens game where everybody did get hurt. This is all the injuries that happened on Sunday night's game. This is usually how many players you have injured for a season. They had it all in one game. I hope Pop Douglas can play, but I kind of want to see if Efton Chisholm gets his time to shine. Thayer Munford Jr. and Morgan Moses got hurt, but Morgan Moses, I think he's going to play. The biggest key of the whole entire season right now is staying healthy. You have 2 weeks left until the postseason starts, until the playoffs begin, and you want to be as healthy as you possibly can. Get through these next 2 games without any injuries. The second key to victory, and this goes, you look down the road, and it's the red zone defense. And this is going to be a key to victory every single week for the rest of the season because it's still the worst in the NFL. It got better. Going into the Ravens game, it was exactly 75%. But you held them to 2.3, which is 66.6% repeated. So it's better than 75, cuts that down. I swear, if the Jets get in the red zone and you let Brady Cook score on you, that's a major, major problem. This is a get-back game for your red zone defense to get some reps and get better throughout the game. Get better. Get yourself ready for the postseason because on later this week, we're going to be talking about who's the biggest threat to New England, and if they get in the red zone, they're a lot better than the Jets. And the last one, just don't overlook the game, man. That's it. Just don't overlook it. Don't think of this as going to be the easiest game that you could possibly play, even though it might be. Even though it might be. You're coming off a gigantic comeback win. Drake May's first fourth quarter comeback, especially when he was down 11. Don't get cute. I'm looking at you, Josh McDaniels. Don't call stupid conservative play calls. Put your foot in the gas, put your foot down their throat, play the game, and treat it like a must-win. Beat their ass. Make it 46-10. I don't care. It's the New York Jets. Run up the score for all I care. Don't get cute. Don't get conservative. And do not, in the third quarter, say, we're up a little bit. Let's just run the ball. No. Don't do it. Don't. Please. Please. I think it's going to be a blowout. But you let me know down in the comments section. Predict the score for Patriots versus Jets. I don't think it's going to be close. I really, really don't. I think they have given up. But I don't think the Patriots are going to try to run up the score because that's just not who they are. So I got them winning 34-10. I think you go back, you score 30 points, you score 30 plus, and you hold the Jets to 10. Can you stop Breece Hall? That's really all I care about. You guys, let me know down in the comments section. That's going to do it for the latest episode of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Patriots Jets, we'll be live Sunday, noon Eastern time. You're not going to want to miss out, so make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, let's go Pats. Boom. Trevor Clark, 42-9. 3 field goals? 3 field goals? What's going on, Double S? What's going on? Can't wait to get Williams back. You say more? Yeah, me too. Ravens played dirty. I really didn't think they played that dirty. What's going on, Nicholas Howerton? How we doing? Alexander says 40-0. For the Jets is actually a big L. They're targeting Mendoza. That's why they're playing the third QB. They don't have a chance to get Mendoza because the Raiders are going to get Mendoza. Unless they want to trade up. Nest Force, how we doing? 34-3. 34-3. Got 60 people still in the chat rocking with us on a Christmas Eve live show. Yeah, exactly, Peppers. It's a CVS receipt. It's a CVS receipt. Oh, Trav, when he was flipping shit, yeah, I absolutely loved it. I was like, I didn't know you got that hype. You're usually cool, calm, and collective. Cool, calm, and collective. Again, any super chat that we get on the show, Double S won our raffle last month, but if you want to get in on it. How many do the Broncos have of these? You see how many are on this? 6. Merry Christmas, Moose. Yes, sir. Zay Flower, Patriot. That man can't hold on to the ball. I was surprised S4 sounded scary. If he sounded scary, then how scary did I sound during the deep no defensive pass interference? Nah, Trav, Moose is not producing. It's our guy, Searle, coming back for another week. If you want to, find the mic. Find the mic, Searle. Nick, we are doing a mailbag. Hashtag Patriots, get your questions in. It is the second one. Right there.
What's going on, everybody? Merry Christmas Eve. Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays to you and yours. Hope everyone's having a great day and looking forward to a Patriots dub come Sunday.
I hope so. If it's not, it's going to be bad. It's going to be even worse. It's going to be even worse than on Sunday. What's going on, Mr. Snoopy? What's going on? Oh, man. What's our first round pick number? We don't know yet. We won't know until the season's over. But right now, we are guaranteed a top 6, or we are guaranteed 17 through 32, right? No, I'm thinking of NBA. 19 through 32. 19 through 32. The real was if we walk away with 0 injuries. If we can do that, that's our biggest one. Our first round pick will be at 32. I sure hope so. I would love a 32nd pick. That means we won it all, baby. That means we won it all, and we get to put another sticker on there. I think this is going to be a blowout. I really do. I'm already imagining Kyle Pitts in a Patriots uniform. Do we want to pay him that much money? I would love Kyle Pitts. Are you willing to give him about $20 million? Because I think he could get a 3-year, 4-year, $20 million or $80 million contract. I like that question, Nick Howerton. I like that question. The Jets got 4 first-round picks in 2000. Brady was picked 99. It might be closer than we think. S-Force, they're tanking. They are actively tanking. If we win the Super Bowl, Drake has to show up next season in a shiesty and some diamond grills. What if I did that and was just like this? Yes, I do. Mr. Snoopy. I do think Joe Milton still thinks that. Joe Milton still thinks he's the best quarterback in the NFL. And I will never forget week 2 of the season on the watch party. A bunch of people, not saying it was you, but a bunch of people were saying, I bet we wish we still had Joe Milton right now. And I thought that was the worst take I've ever heard in my life. Tanking tonight. Who do I got for the Tank Bowl? Raiders or Giants? The Giants. The Raiders are actively tanking. Alrighty. Let's get into the second one. I don't think Milton was a good backup. He's not a good teammate. I really hope we get Jettas this offseason. We'll talk about the offseason acquisition, that like the trying to get another wide receiver this offseason. Won't speak about it now. not going to speak about any hypotheticals right now, unless a major, major rumor comes out. I'm not going to make up the rumor. I'm not going to. But you see what we're talking about here, the playoff picture. The playoff picture. The Patriots have locked up their spot in the AFC playoffs. Yeah, your boy Trav, before we get into it, the Vikings offered the Patriots 4 first-round picks for Drake May. And they said, no. All right, let's talk about the latest scenarios and how the Patriots could end up with the number 1 seed on today's show. I thought we were down and out. After the loss to the Bills and after the Broncos beat the Green Bay Packers, I thought, the chances for us to get the number 1 seed were over. But we had a huge comeback victory against the Baltimore Ravens, and those frauds out in Denver lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the number 1 seed is still alive, and it's a possibility for us to drop to the 3 seed. So we're going to take a look on today's episode of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. We're going to talk about the latest scenarios and what has to happen for the Patriots to get each seed. So the question, can it happen? The question is currently, what does the path look like for New England to get the 1 seed? Well, it's pretty simple. It's actually very, very, very simple. There's only one thing that needs to happen. We'll break that all down in a second, but we got playoff football, guys, in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And we'll be live for every single game. When it's the wild card, if it's the wild card, divisional round, championship round, Super Bowl, we will be live for it. So make sure you subscribe to the Patriots Today family. We are on our way to 41,000 subs. And while you're on it, so you make sure you don't miss a watch party, hit that bell icon and turn those noties on. So to get the 1 seed, well, it's not in the Patriots' hands. Unfortunately, it's not up to us to be able to get the number 1 seed. And we do have to do one thing. The Patriots, they got to do the obvious thing, and that's win their last 2 games of the season. You got to beat the Jets, and you got to beat the Dolphins next week. And if you watch the preview, you saw that the Jets are starting Brady Cook, and next week, most likely, Quinn Ewers is going to be starting for the Miami Dolphins. 2 easy wins where the Patriots are going to be favored by a lot of points. But when you look at the AFC playoff picture, the Patriots may have tied the best record in the AFC with the Denver Broncos, but the Denver Broncos have the tiebreaker. Why do they have the tiebreaker? Well, because if you go all the way down to back to week 1, since we lost to the Raiders and they beat the Raiders, they have the tiebreaker. It's kind of crazy that week 1 game is costing us the 1 seed. Right now, at least. But here are the week 17 games that we need to look at for this weekend's game that has implications for our playoff seeding. You have on Christmas, the Broncos at the Chiefs. On Christmas, Thursday night football. Then you got the Colts-Jaguars game. The Jags probably going to win that. I do enjoy watching Phillip Rivers play. I'm not going to lie. It's fun to get that little nostalgic feeling. And back when I was 7 years old watching Phillip Rivers play, it's kind of crazy to think that I'm 28 now and it's still happening. And then our game, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And also a big game for this one. The Bills at the Eagles, Sunday, 4:25 Eastern time. I'm going to be locked in to that one for sure. Maybe we'll go live for it for the second half. But the Week 17 scenario, if the Patriots want to have the 1 seed, they got to win, and the Broncos have to lose to the Chiefs. The Pats will have the 1 seed if that happens. But let's be real. Let's be real here. It ain't happening. It is not happening at all. The Chiefs, they're already eliminated from the playoffs. They just put Rashee Rice, they put a bunch of players on IR, and Mahomes tore his ACL, unfortunately. Gardner Minshew tore his ACL, didn't tear his ACL, but hurt his knee. He's out for the season. So who is their starting quarterback? Chris Oladokun, the 28-year-old out of South Dakota, an FCS quarterback who was promoted from the practice squad literally last week. And you could see his statistics. 68% completion percentage, 111 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions against the Titans, where they got blown out. It's crazy. So, no, the Broncos are going to kill the Chiefs on Christmas night. But when you look at Week 18, that's where it gets a little spicy. You got the Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. And if you remember last time they played, the Chargers beat the Broncos. And I think that the Chargers are a better team than the Broncos. So I think that it's a possibility the Chargers win that game. And guess what? If they win that game, they win the AFC West, which is crazy to think. But I'm still looking at our matchup for the AFC East. How do we win the AFC East? Because we also, if we want to get the 1 seed, we got to win the division too. Well, simple task. Simple task. Win out, but if we want to clinch it this weekend, the Bills lose and the Patriots win. That's simple. If we beat the Jets and they lose to the Eagles, we win the AFC East. Simple as that. And I think it's a possibility. I think it really is. But it's going to get me to do the one thing that I will never, ever want to do in the history of my 28 years of living. And I have to root for 2 horrible teams this weekend, especially the Birds. You think I want to root for that terrible team, their terrible fans, and their scumbag organization? No, I don't want to. But if you can take down Josh Allen and the Bills, I will be happy. So if you're rooting for the Chiefs and the Eagles this week, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. Because unfortunately, I'm going to be rooting for both of these teams for the Patriots' sake. Coming up on the back half of the show, the Patriots Pro Bowlers were announced. Patriots got 2 of them, but one person was snubbed, and that's what we're mainly going to talk about on the back end. But first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once, and when you and I are out here making decisions every day on what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. And if your picks are right, you could cash in. Everyone's favorite Prize Picks holiday promotion is back. 7 days of Picksmas. Prize Picks is giving out 7 days of deals all the way through Christmas Day, including a Christmas Day max discount. Picksmas starts December 20th, so download the app today and unwrap those deals. I wanted to go with the game that happened on Christmas, so I added Bo Nix to the lineup. Give me the more, because I think that the Denver is trying to prove the narrative that he's not terrible and he's not mid, so he's going to throw all over this terrible Kansas City defense. I guarantee it. Give me the more on that one. And then our game. It's going to be a blowout. New York, New England. New England's going to blow them out. Give me the less on Drake May passing yards. And Hunter Henry, give me the more on his receiving yards. He's going to get more than 40. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. So like I said beforehand, the Patriots have 2 Pro Bowlers, which I think is a little crazy to think, because the Patriots are 12-3, one of the best records in the NFL. The Broncos ended up getting like 6 Pro Bowlers. We have 2. And I mean, well, there's a no-brainer on who the 2 will be. It's the best player on offense, and I'm going to say the second best player on defense, but Milton Williams is the best player on the defense, but he was hurt for 4 weeks, so I don't think that he got voted because the voting happened during his time on IR. But Christian Gonzalez and Drake May both made the Pro Bowl. Absolute no-brainer whatsoever. Drake May is having an MVP-like season, and Christian Gonzalez is basically one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. I mean, when you look at Drake May's stats, did anybody expect him to throw for 4,000 yards? Because I did. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I didn't expect him to throw. He's probably going to end up with 28 touchdowns. Hopefully he doesn't get more than 10 interceptions, but a QB rating of 108.5 and 387 rushing yards. But then when you look at Christian Gonzalez, I know that he's like, we're playing a lot of zone, so he's not really in his full potential because I think he's a man cornerback. But 12 games played, 55 targets, only 20 catches allowed. That's a 38% completion percentage, 276 yards, 11 PBUs, and his only touchdown was to Mitchell Tinsley. I think it was Mitchell Tinsley. It was in the Bengals game. It was either Mitchell Tinsley or Malachi Corley. I get the 2 mixed up because they both went to Western Kentucky. But you can see just how good Christian Gonzalez has been. But there are some interesting notes Now that he is named a Pro Bowl while he's on the rookie deal, his fifth-year option is now $17.5 million. So this offseason, the Patriots have a big decision to make. Are they going to pick up that fifth-year option, or are they going to extend him right away or decline it and let him go, see what free agency is like after the 2026 season? That is a huge decision to make because obviously we love Christian Gonzalez here. He's one of the best cornerbacks in football. But do you want to give him that much money? Do you want to make him the highest paid cornerback in football? Because that is what it's going to take to keep Christian Gonzalez on the Patriots. He sees his talent. We know how talented he is. Are you going to give him the option? Or are you going to let him test free agency or give him that contract extension right away this offseason when he's eligible? Big decisions to make for the New England Patriots this offseason. I just want to say, another snub that we saw, and I really thought that Marcus Jones deserved to be a cornerback, or a Pro Bowl cornerback, because he has been unfreaking believable this year. Not only on the defensive end, but also in the return game. I thought for sure that he was going to be one of the special team specialists. I thought for sure with the punt returns that he has made. The fact that teams are not punting to him anymore because they are scared that he's going to return it. And you can see right here, 11 PBUs for a guy that's 5'8". Come on, man. But the Titans, Jameer DK, was selected over him as the returner, as the special teams returner. And I will say, it's a snub, and you guys are going to be mad. You guys are going to be really, really mad about that. But I totally get it. I understand it. I mean, these guys are both amazing, amazing returners. But the one thing that I look at is you can look at their all-purpose yards. They both have the same amount of touchdowns. Marcus Jones has 2 in the return game. Jameer DK has 2 in the return game. But if you notice, 428 all-purpose to 2269. That's the difference right there. And DK is about to break the record for most all-purpose yards of all time in a season. And why? Well, because Marcus Jones only returns punts, and DK returns kicks too. That's the sole reason. If you're going straight on punt returns, I'm going Marcus Jones any freaking day of the week. But DK does both. Granted, I don't want Marcus Jones to get hurt. I don't want Marcus Jones to get hurt. But if you had to ask me, who am I taking? Like I said, I'm taking Marcus Jones. He's the best punt returner in the NFL. Teams are not punting it to him for a specific reason. And for the Pro Bowl, does it even mean shit anymore? Because last year, Christian Gonzalez didn't make the Pro Bowl. Did he make an All-Pro team? Of course he did. So the Pro Bowl doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean shit. I don't even think it goes into your contract at this point. It does not matter. What I care about and what the whole entire team cares about is winning games. Go in this weekend, beat the Jets, go into the playoffs, win every game, win the freaking Super Bowl, and we can kiss that Pro Bowl. You're going to get an alternate because Drake May ain't playing in it. Christian Gonzalez ain't playing in it. It doesn't mean anything. I don't care about the Pro Bowl. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. Do you guys care about the Pro Bowl? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no down in the comments section. A big game against the Jets this weekend. It's still a game, and it could be, division rival in New York. So it's going to be something. And we will be live for it, so make sure you hit that sub button so you don't miss out. And as always, let's go Pats. There we go. We're all taking Jones. Big Daddy Joe's in the chat. How we doing? We saw it all on Sunday, how they were kicking it up in the air. They were skying kicks, kicking it out of bounds, so Marcus Jones wouldn't do anything. DK, you'll think he'll be gone? Why BKP? What signings? What signings are you speaking of? The Patriots didn't make a signing. They elevated some players. And we signed Elijah Mitchell to the practice squad, but that's about it. It's nothing serious. Travis who? If you mean Travis Kelce, that's a big no. That motherfucker's washed. Excuse my language. I don't care. That dude is washed. Travis Etienne, you mean? Oh, Travis Etienne? Is that what you mean, Travis Etienne? The dude on the Jags? I would say no, just because he's more of a speed back, and we already have our speed back. I want a bulldozing back. I like Ramondre, and I like that 1-2 punch. Ramondre is kind of quick, but also has that he's a like big bulldozing back. Travis Etienne is that kind of elusive speed back, and doesn't make sense to have two of them on the roster at the same time. Signed some Christmas tags tonight. Thought our punter would make the Pro Bowl. I don't know, Big Daddy Joe, how they even determine what punter makes the Pro Bowl. I don't get it. I don't get it whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. Dream offseason signing. It's a dream offseason trade. Give me Jettas or A.J. Brown. Nest Force asked that question on the mailbag. Hashtag Patriots. Hello there. Hashtag Patriots. Ask all your questions using hashtag Patriots. We are doing a mailbag. There we go. Dashy. Exactly, DK. I want someone like LeGarrette Blount to compliment Travion Henderson. Am I going out tonight? Nah, everybody left. It's just me in Dallas. Just me in Dallas. Get another O-line in the draft, Big Daddy Joe. Monroe Freeling. Right tackle out of Georgia. Look him up. Watch his tape. That's who I want at pick 32. Hope he's available. Watch him on the college football playoff. Do we still have Reynolds on the practice squad? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we cut him. Let's take a look. He was placed on the practice squad injured reserve. So technically yes, but technically no. There we go. Hello there. There we go, Nest Force. I hope so. We'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. Got to get those questions in. 71 people in the chat. Again, any super chat that we get on today's show, you get into the raffle for this. Any super chat. It's got all the Patriots Super Bowls. Any single one. Yeah, I mean, they're replicas. They're not actual tickets. Because I will say, like, I don't know if it's on this one. Is this one like it? Because on the Patriots' first Super Bowl, every replica ticket on here has 9/11/2001. And if you see right there, 9/11/2001. Every replica ticket for Super Bowl 36. I only know that because I have this same, like, framed picture up on my wall, and it only has the last 4 Super Bowls. It doesn't have 6. There we go, Chris Clark, a goose race. That'll get you in, my guy. It's blending in with the green screen. Is it? Maybe a big week for Kyle Williams to step up 110%. 110%. Merry Christmas to you. Who do you think was a better past Patriots running back, Sony Michel or LeGarrette Blount? I saw that in Nick Howerton. If you want to put a hashtag Patriots on it. Big Billy J, how we doing? Oh, that was from last one. You are here. We're here. And we're enjoying the holidays. There we go, Chris Clark. Shout out to you, brother. I'm glad you're here. Corey Dillon was a monster. Corey Dillon was the running back when I first started getting into the Patriots. I was a gigantic fan of Lawrence Maroney, though. So Madden 07, I would swap out Corey Dillon and put in Maroney because Maroney was faster than Corey Dillon. I thought Corey Dillon was slow as hell in Madden 07. I'm showing my age right here. Blunt force trauma, Garrett Blunt. Blunt force trauma, Nest Force. Blunt force trauma. All right, let's get into the third cut. I want to take a look at every single... I like that question, Big Daddy Joe. I like that question. I'm going to get into every single playoff team because I will say right here, I don't think the Ravens are making it, and I don't think the Colts are going to make it. I don't think the Colts are going to make it either. So I'm going to take a look at every single team in the AFC and kind of put them as who was the biggest threat to the Patriots. Who was the biggest threat? We'll get into that right now. We have 2 games left in the regular season, ladies and gentlemen. You play the Jets, and then you play the Dolphins, and the Patriots, they have locked up their playoff spot. So now we got to worry about who we play in the NFL playoffs, and who is our biggest threat in the NFL playoffs. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper, and on today's show, we're going to be taking a look and kind of just breaking down every single one of the AFC playoff teams. And if you look at the current AFC playoff picture, the Denver Broncos are number 1. Unfortunately, you see though, 12-3. Patriots have a big chance to get that first seed. Need the Broncos to lose, specifically on Christmas night. As of this recording, we're recording this on Wednesday. For the Jags, then the Steelers at 9-6. Somehow another 500 season for Mike Tomlin. Chargers, Bills, and Texans. Those are all really good wild card teams. So they asked everybody on Get Up. They said, what 2 teams will play in the AFC Championship game? Rex Ryan said the Texans and the Patriots. A smart guy, Rex Ryan, except for his little foot thing. Dominique Foxworth says the Jags and the Broncos. Stan Orlowski says the Texans and the Bills. And Joe Fortenbaugh says the Texans and the Jags. I like Rex Ryan, but we're gonna break down all of the teams that we could possibly play. Before we get into that, I will ask you guys, who should be the favorite to win the AFC? And you tell me. I don't want to hear the Patriots because we're all gonna say the Patriots. Name a team besides the Patriots who should be the favorite to win the AFC. And I mean, if you're gonna ask me, it's the guy that has the most playoff experience in there, and number 17, who we have beaten this season. I think everybody knows what matchup we want in the AFC Championship game. I think everybody knows. And there's one matchup that I want in the AFC Championship game because I want to prove every single person wrong that this team is frauds. I don't think that they're that great. And the Jags showed us that they're not great. They're beatable. And if we have to go into Mile High, I will definitely be happy and excited for this matchup, but also be nervous. So are the Broncos a threat? They're currently the number 1 seed if they win out. But if they lose to the Chiefs or the Chargers and the Patriots win either one of those games, we jump over to the first spot. And I will say, I give them credit where credit is due. Their defense is absurd. John Franklin Myers, Nick Bonito is the absolute dog. Pat Surtain is the second best cornerback in football. Their defense, Zach Allen, Riley Moss, who's okay. Their defense is crazy. But their offense, that's where I look at and I get shades of 2015. I get a lot of shades of 2015. And if you guys remember, back in 2015, the Patriots were really good and then everybody got hurt. And we had to go into Mile High after losing because we lost in the regular season, didn't get the 1 seed. Sound familiar? Hope history doesn't repeat itself for what happened. But you're telling me I'm supposed to be scared of this? I'm supposed to be nervous about a guy that doesn't throw the ball down the field whatsoever. It is like 25, or count it. You can pause it and count the amount of completions. How many of those completions are less than 5 yards down the field? All of them How do you complete 31 passes for only 200 yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions? Bo Nix, give me a freaking break here. Now, if you guys want to see a real QB chart and someone who spreads the wealth, someone who throws the ball down the field, I mean, it's our guy. This was on Sunday Night Football, and you could see Drake May all over the field. There is not one spot where he's looking at where it's like, I'm not going to throw it this way. I'm not going to throw it that way. And that big dot all the way in the back, you see right there, that was the DPI that wasn't called. Give me Drake May over Bo Nix, and I think the Patriots can easily beat them. Now looking at the 3 seed, and the Jaguars, they're sneaky good. They'll win the division if they beat the Colts and the Titans, and I think they pretty much have this locked up, really. So I really think that they are going to be the number 3 seed, and they still have an opportunity to get the 1 seed if the Patriots and the Broncos lose out. If we want to look at the good, I mean, Trevor Lawrence has been awesome. He threw 5-6 touchdowns a couple weeks ago, and then he threw against the Jets, and then he came out and beat the Denver Broncos. Now, the bad part about it is our secondary can get picked on. And the run game, Travis Etienne can go for 100 yards, and sometimes he can go for like 50. It is hit or miss. But when we get Milton Williams back, we can stop the run game. And you give me Carlton Davis on a good day and Christian Gonzalez and Marcus Jones, give me that any day of the week. The Steelers, I mean, I'm shocked that they're 9-6. I'll tell you that. They're at the 4 seed. They ain't jumping up to 3, and they have the division pretty much locked up as long as they beat the Browns. And their last 2 games, they do play the Ravens week 18, so it's a possibility they still could lose and miss the playoffs. Now, the good part about it, their defense is really good. 3rd in the NFL in turnovers. They forced 5 against us, and we only lost by 7 points. It's a good running back duo. Warren went off. Jaylen Warren went off last week against the Lions. And then Kenneth Gainwell, he can break free. And the bad part about it, well, Rodgers can't throw the ball downfield. We saw that, how old he is. And DK's their only deep ball threat. And he just got suspended 2 games for punching a fan. They also haven't won a playoff game since 2016. It is crazy to say. Rodgers is a corpse. He can't move. He can't go down the field. And he can't really throw the ball. He's basically winning at being smarter than you, which he still currently is. He's still one of the smartest players in the NFL. We saw why Phillip Rivers can just come in after 5 years, because those old quarterbacks know the pre-snap movements. They do everything at the line of scrimmage. These new wave of quarterbacks, besides Drake May, they're not that great. They don't do any type of development whatsoever. So the Steelers, they could be a sneaky team, but I really don't trust their offense more than their defense. Whoever we play in the first round of the NFL playoffs, or if we get the 1 seed, whoever we play in the divisional round, we will be live for every single Patriots playoff game, people. Every single one, from wild card, division, championship, all the way up to the Super Bowl. We will be having a live watch party, so make sure you don't miss out and tune in. If you're watching the video right now, just wait till the watch parties. You're not going to want to miss it, so hit that sub button today. Now, coming up on the back half of the show, we're going to talk about the wild card games, or wild card teams, and break those teams down. But before we do that, I got to tell you about the deal that is still going on. You can get your Patriots t-shirt. 6 rings. You want to show off the 6 rings? Well, you can get this nice Nike tee. Chatsports.com/PatsT. It is currently $20.99, $10 off. Chatsports.com/PatsT. It's a nice material. It's soft. You can work out in it. You could wear it to a game. Do whatever you want. But if you want to rep the Pats this postseason, you're going to have to get it at chatsports.com/PatsT. We'll have that all in the comments and description of today's video. And this is probably one of the teams that really kind of makes me nervous, but their offensive line is absolutely depleted, and it's the Los Angeles Chargers. I almost called them San Diego. They can still win the AFC West. They can still be the number 1 seed. All they have to do is just win tomorrow or win on Sunday, beat their Texans. Actually, that game's on Saturday, and then win Week 18 against the Broncos. And if you want to look at the good, I mean, Justin Herbert is pretty much Drake May. That was the comparisons, but honestly, Drake May has a better deep ball, if you ask me. And their defense has been elite. I mean, Mac has been crazy. The bad, like I said, their offensive line is decimated. They lost Joe Alt. They lost everybody else. And When they make it to the playoffs, do they ever do a thing? I still will never forget that Jags comeback a couple years ago. So can they do something in the playoffs? We'll have to see. Now it's to the Bills. And this is the biggest threat out of all of them. I truly think that this team will be the biggest threat. Now, the division is pretty much almost out of reach. We have to win out. Now, it's going to take a miraculous part for us to lose the division. So I kind of like this, that we're locked up. And they also have to play the Eagles this weekend. If you want to talk about the good, we already know the good. It's Josh Allen. Drake May is on his way to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm putting him top 5 right now. But Josh Allen has done it week in and week out. Week in and week out. He is the best quarterback in the AFC right now. He plays in Buffalo. If he has to go into the cold weather, where it's in New England, that is one quarterback that is going to be used to it, unlike out there in Los Angeles if we play Justin Herbert. We've seen the bad. Their run defense is horrid, and they have no wide receiver one. Khalil Shakir ain't doing nothing. Keon Coleman has been a healthy scratch. Shout out to Cam Newton for making that video go viral, and that video makes me laugh every single time. But we've already played the Bills twice. In Week 5, we beat they ass. Not really, but we came out with a close victory, and it was an awesome game from Drake May. 273 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown, but still on the ground. Stephon Diggs, 10 catches, 146 yards, and you picked off Josh Allen. But then you come back 10 weeks later, and it was probably the biggest game that I've been pissed at in a long, long, long time. Blow a 21-point lead, but Josh Allen went Josh Allen. And James Cook had 100 yards. But you could see about the run defense, Travion Henderson had 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. You can get them on the ground with the run defense. And you give me a third time playing in New England, you have played them twice, you make adjustments. We've shown that we can beat them. The Patriots have shown that they match up well with the Buffalo Bills. And if this team meets in the playoffs, guess what? I think that we can truly go overpower them and beat them. It's no question about it. And then the last one, the 7th seed. If the playoffs started today, the Patriots would play the Houston Texans. Their last 2 games are against the Chargers and the Colts. So that game against the Chargers, pretty much a playoff game for them to start. They are having a tough matchup just right before, which is going to either humble them or get them motivated and get them right for the playoffs. Want to talk about the Texans. Their defense is absolutely elite. It is the best in the league. Will Anderson Jr., Azeez Al-Shire, Derek Stingley Jr. You can name every single player on this Texans team, and every single one makes plays. They're clicking. They're starting to click on offense. Nico Collins is having a great season so far. And they started off horrid. They were bad. 0-3. And since then, they've been on a 7-game winning streak. Now, the bad, is C.J. Stroud really that guy? We don't know. We don't know. Sometimes he really looks good. Sometimes he really looks bad. And they're also dealing with a ton of injuries. We want to talk about our injury report? No, theirs is just as bad. So they go into the playoffs hurt. We might have a chance. We have a pretty good chance to beat them. Here's the long shots for the AFC, just in case this video, well, it means nothing if the Colts and the Ravens make the playoffs, but you can see from the percentages, Colts have a 3% chance. Old Man River ain't going to be helping them too much. And then the Baltimore Ravens, after we beat them, they're going down to a 9%. Before we get on out of here, just go down the comment section. Who would you want to play in the playoffs? You let me know. And also, while you're down there, hit that sub button. We'll be live for Patriots Jets on Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. And we'll be live for all these playoff matchups, whoever we play. So don't miss out. Hit that sub button right now. And as always, let's go Pats. Oh, man. Merry Christmas, Mike. Merry Christmas, Mike. Whose birthday is it? Merry Christmas, Charlicia. Glad you're here. Big Billy J, you want the Patriots to play the Bills in the playoffs. Okay. I like that. Nestworse, I couldn't talk to you because I was in the cut, but you're still here. Merry Christmas, my guy. DK, that was that was also my senior year of high school when the Patriots lost to the Broncos. That was the worst day ever. That was the worst day ever. I got caught in snow. If you remember, Big Daddy Joe, if you were you here? Were you in Delaware the day that the Patriots lost to the Denver Broncos 2016, January 26th. Sim, I'm still not a fan of the jerseys. I'm not gonna lie. I like the old ones. I like the dynasty ones. I really like the dynasty ones. If New England's defense can get back forward, they can beat Denver in Denver. Me too. I think that too. How many questions we got, Searle? Okay. And we got the 2. So you were there, Big Day. Yeah, that was my senior year. I got snowed in because it snowed, like 10 inches of snow. I was staying at my girlfriend's at the time, sleeping in the other room, of course, because I was only a senior in high school. And I went to go drive home because I wanted to watch the game at home, and I got stuck. I got stuck on the back roads of, what was it, Salisbury Road? Is that what it is? I can't remember. It was so long ago. I got stuck, and some guy came in, and he had a truck, and he had a piece of cardboard in the back. Chill out, Mr. Snoopy. I'm not going to deny that. But he came out with cardboard, put it under my car, and I got out. Barrett's Chapel Road, that's where it was. That was the road it was. Yeah, I played football in high school, Mike. I wasn't good. I was not good. I was backup QB my whole entire life. Did not see the field much. But then I went home, watched the Patriots lose after Belichick went for it on 4th down like 5 times in the 4th quarter. With all the other backups. Yeah, exactly. I'd be a backup. Right out on 15, right in front of the development. I'm not going to dox you. But yeah, that was rough. We lost, and then I went to my friend's place and got to my Soros. Brady should have thrown to Gronk on the 2-point conversion. I just remember Brady got hit as he threw. Didn't they get to him? God, that's my worst. But I hate that. That game still haunts me. And I have no pictures from 2016 because my phone broke. Nah, Biden lives up in Wilmington. Also, prayers to everybody in Wilmington. That was crazy what happened yesterday at the DMV. Best and worst thing about the Pats so far? Charlicia, that is a great question. That is a great question. Are the Patriots looking past the Jets? Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Alrighty. Let's get into this mailbag. Keep asking your questions, guys. Keep asking your questions. Even though we started the mailbag, does not mean that you won't get your question in. So let's get into it. Answering all your questions ahead of Patriots Jets. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great holiday season. Whatever holiday you celebrate, it does not matter. But we are getting into our mailbag as we do every single Wednesday live show. And I figured I'd give it to you a little bit early for you guys this week and not usually on a Saturday. But questions from Patriots fans to Patriots fans. And this week, got a pretty easy matchup if you want to ask. Like the Jets, just end the season as they like to call it. But I wouldn't overlook this game too much. It's a division rivalry. Anything can happen in this matchup. I really think the Patriots could go in here and absolutely dog walk them. But knowing everything that happens in the NFL any given Sunday, well, guess what? It could be a close game and come down to the wire. Don't jinx it, ladies and gentlemen. Do not jinx it. If you want the Patriots to take down the Jets, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video, and let's go ahead and steamroll those Jets. Your boy Trav coming in with our first question of the day. How do we feel about the Marcus Jones snub? Well, he's talking about the Pro Bowl, and Drake May and Christian Gonzalez got named to the Pro Bowl. Shout out to both of those guys. But Marcus Jones, I kind of expected him to be a punt returner for the Pro Bowl, and they chose the Titans guy, Jameer DK, instead. And I will say, Marcus Jones is a better punt returner than DK, in my opinion. He is quicker, more elusive. He's also smaller, be able to get through those holes. But the only difference here is Jameer DK also returns kicks. Marcus Jones only returns punts. And I don't want Marcus Jones to return kicks because he's playing great at cornerback. So don't change anything up. Keep it at punt return. Pro Bowl doesn't mean anything. Go out and win the games. And if he's playing well punt returning, he's playing well at cornerback, I don't want to change anything else. Oh, man, Mob! What's going on, my guy? If the Patriots lock up the division this week, what are the chances Vrabel bench and only play the starters for a quarter half against the Dolphins? It's interesting. And I will say, you got to lock up the division first. But we'll see. We'll see. I will say, I do not want Milton Williams to play that much. I want him to get a couple snaps, but I do not want Milton Williams to play whatsoever. Well, we'll see what happens. Nicholas Howerton, how we doing, my guy? With Matt Collins and Stephon Diggs coming alive against the Ravens, do you think teams will go away from double teaming Diggs and try to lock down Mac? They can't lock both down. That's a great question. That is a really, really great question. And I will say, I don't think they're going to stop double teaming Diggs. I think they'd rather have Matt Collins by himself. They're saying, look, we know what Matt Collins is, but the reason why Matt Collins is so good is because of the quarterback. I don't think it's Matt Collins playing so well. I think it's more in a sense of Drake May is making these wide receivers better. If you look at last year, Matt Collins had 30 catches for 400 yards. He's got 500 at this point and over 40 catches this year. He's making them better. And Stephon Diggs, you have to worry about him at all times. At all times. The last 3 weeks where Stephon Diggs was not getting a lot of catches, it's because his snap counts was down from 60% all the way down to 47%. And against the Ravens, what happened? He played 60% of the snaps once again. Tom Brady lover! Why couldn't you be here when Tom Brady was a thing? Maybe we could have made Tom Brady a thing. I guess the GOAT's just his name. Tommy boy. You know the deal. What's your biggest Patriots Christmas wish? Oh, that's a really good question, Tom Brady lover. And my biggest wish is for the Patriots to get the number 1 seed. I want the Pats to get that first round bye. I want the Patriots to be the best team in the AFC. And there are 2 big things that the Patriots have to do. And no, they do not have it. They do not control their own destiny. They need a lot of things to happen. And it's crazy enough to say, well, they got things to do. And the one thing is, and Searle, you don't have to put that up there. I could just say it. You got 2 steps. Beat the Jets and the Dolphins. Simple as that. Win out all your games. And the second step, well, you got to hope the Denver Broncos lose one of their 2 games. And they play the Chiefs on Christmas night, which we'll see if they win. And then we got to hope that they lose next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. You have to hope that happens. You got to play the Chiefs and then the Chargers. Chiefs is going to be easy. They're playing Chris Oladokun. And then they play the Chargers, which I really think that the Chargers could win this game. You tell me, though, what are the chances the Patriots get the number 1 seed? Scale it for me. 1 to 10 down in the comment section. What do you guys think? Give me a 1 if you don't think it's going to happen, or a 10 you think that it's going to be easily. The Patriots are a lock to get the number 1 seed. Before we get into a bunch more questions, I got to tell you about the deal that's going on. Chatsports.com/PatsT. This tea is on sale. Look, I know it's past probably the holiday season. Obviously, when you order this now, it's not going to be a gift. Well, it could be a later gift, maybe a late gift. Maybe if you're a procrastinator like me and you're a little late on some things. You can get your Patriots. Rep the Pats today. Chatsports.com/PatsT. It's almost 30% off. $10 off. You're not going to get a Nike tee much cheaper than that. I know sometimes we get the $14.99, but if you didn't take advantage of that, you got to take advantage of it now. Chatsports.com/PatsT. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. Sim, who is the ideal Super Bowl opponent if we make it out of the AFC? The ideal opponent, it's hard for me to say because I think that the Patriots can beat every single one of these teams. I would say the hardest team is going to be the Broncos with their defense. But if you want to talk about the Buffalo Bills, we've beat them before. You've shown. If you want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think they're a joke. The Texans are a tough matchup. The ideal matchup for me is the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Los Angeles Chargers. I think you can beat both of those teams, but the Jags are red hot. Liam Cohen has this team going crazy right now. So I really kind of see those two teams as the most ideal. But I want to play the Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship game to shut those frauds up. Charlisha, one of my favorites on the show. What's the best and worst thing about the Patriots so far? The best thing, I mean, no doubt about it, is Mr. Drake May. He is the best thing about the Patriots, easily. I absolutely love what I have seen from Drake May this season. MVP, taking that next step as a quarterback. Absolutely love it. The worst thing? Where do I start? The worst thing, it's either going to be talking about the run game or it's going to be talking about the red zone defense. We'll go about the red zone defense. It's awful. It is the worst in the NFL. It is 74.32, and it went down from 75% because you allowed 2 to 3 in the red zone. That's still not good. That's 66%. I need it to be better than that. I have to have it better than that. I have to. But that's the worst thing about the Pats. Got to get better in the red zone. That is that. Oh, now we got another one. The Drew Bledsoe lover. I like your profile pic. It used to be the background on my first laptop. Should the Patriots rest starters in Week 18? Well, someone asked that before, and it had me thinking. And I was like, all right, we'll talk about it. Why not? Why not? So Week 18, Patriots go against the Miami Dolphins. And look, the Miami Dolphins just benched Tua Tagovailoa. They are kind of just tanking. It's like the Jets. They're tanking. They don't care what happens at this point. They're going for draft picks. They do know they cannot make the playoffs. So, are the Patriots going to just have an easy cakewalk? But if they have the division clinched up, the number one thing should be, well, since they really don't have it in their own hands, why play anybody? And right now, you kind of need some rest. Because the injuries against the Ravens were something serious. Henderson, Booty, they all got concussions. Jared Wilson got a concussion. Pop Douglas hurt his hammy. Both of your right tackles got hurt. Kyrus Tonga's already going to miss the game. He's been ruled out for a week. And then Joshua Farmer was put on IR. He is done for the next 4 games, which you can see right there. He would come back for the championship game if the Patriots made it. Charles Woods got hurt. Carlton Davis had a hip injury. Oh, I wasn't done yet either. The Patriots already have more injuries. Will Campbell. He's dealing with the knee injury. Hopefully he comes back once he's eligible after this game. That's when he's eligible. And then Robert Spillane with the foot injury. He's missed the last 2 games. And guess what? Mike Vrabel talked about it, and he said, well, he's not going to practice, and it's going to take a Christmas miracle if he's going to practice this week. So there's your answer. Patriots have already clinched a playoff spot. You already know that you're going to be playing in January no matter what. You don't know if you're going to win the division yet, but you could find out if you win the division this week. And if the Patriots win the division, and if they beat the Jets, and then the Bills lose to the Dolphins, if the Bills lose to the Eagles, you win the division. It is that simple. You win, Bills lose, Pats win the division. That's it. It doesn't take all those seriously complicated scenarios to go here and there and here and there. No, win, loss, that's it. So I would say if you have the division locked up, if you know that you're going to get a top 3 seed in the AFC after Week 17, I would rest the starters because you don't have control of that number 1 seed. You don't control your own destiny. You have to hope that the Denver Broncos lose to the Los Angeles Chargers. We don't know if that's going to happen. You don't know if that's going to happen. Mike Vrabel doesn't know if that's going to happen. And what if you go out there and a bunch of people get hurt, you end up winning the game, But the Broncos also win the game. You still have the 2 seed. So it really doesn't matter. I would go out there, maybe play them for a little bit, maybe just so they get their kind of reps in, and then sit them. Sit them. Especially a guy like Milton Williams. You do not want him to get hurt even more. This team needs every single player healthy for the postseason. You don't want to have some BS injury happen against the Miami Dolphins in Week 18 with a game that has no impact on your seeding. Can't happen. So I'll ask you guys before we get on out of here. Would you rest the Patriots starters Week 18 versus the Dolphins? You heard my take. I think they should. But you let me know down in the comments section. That's going to do it for the latest episode of Patriots Today. Loved your guys' questions. As always, we do it every single Wednesday on our live show. So if you don't want to miss out next time, hit that sub button. And as always, let's go Pats. There we go. You'll be at WDW Week 18. What is that? World's greatest dude. Only if we can't get the 1 seed? Yeah, and I will say, Big Daddy Joe, the Broncos-Chargers game, so if the Chargers beat the Texans and the Broncos beat the Chiefs, that will be the Sunday Night Football game. 110%. Because... Cyril, do you know in the NFC, is there a possibility, it's a division matchup, and it's obviously not Rams-Seahawks, so that won't be for the 1 seed. So I would think that for the AFC West and for the 1 seed, or for the 1 or 2 seed in the AFC, that they would make Chargers-Broncos the Sunday night game. I would assume that they'd make it, because that would be the best matchup. That would be the best matchup. Exactly, Mr. Snoopy. We need as much rest. 49ers might get the 1 seed. Yeah, but who do the 49ers play Week 18? Oh, they play the Seahawks. Oh, never mind. That could be the Sunday night game. The Niners play the Seahawks. That would be for the 1 seed. That would be the Sunday night game. I stand corrected. I stand completely corrected. Yeah, that would be. You put the Bills. You put the Broncos Chargers game obviously at 4:25. They're both West Coast teams, but then you have that one be the night game. Yep, that'll happen. So, well, once again, the Patriots are playing at 12, so we won't even know. So I'm kind of just like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. 4 segments already went by. 5:30. Let's go. Do I think Chason is staying? No. I think he's going to want to get paid, and I don't think the Patriots are going to pay him. I don't think the Pats are going to pay him. I don't think it's going to happen. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. It was a great show. Got a lot of segments in for today. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope that you guys have a great day on Thursday. We'll be live Sunday, Jets, Patriots. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. We only get 3 more guaranteed games, like I said, for this season. 3 more games. Nicholas Howerton, you have a Merry Christmas. Big Daddy Joe, Mr. Snoopy, John Butler. Happy holidays to all of you guys. I hope so, man. I hope so. We will see you guys on Sunday. And as always, let's go Pats.